Hello, very good evening. First of all, thank you for taking out your precious time and doing this with us. So, before I get started with my set of questions, it would be great if you could go ahead and give us all a basic introduction about yourself and about the universities that course you have received the admit from.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Sai Teja Reddy. I've got an admit from Duke MEM program.
Right.
Currently I'm working as a mechanical engineer and I wanted to shift my career towards the technical management side. That is why I've opted this course.
That's great. So,
Yeah.
first of all, congratulations for getting admitted into Duke MEM. We all know how competitive it is to get into it. It was one of the dream universities for people out there who are planning for MEM course. So, many congratulations for that. So, how exactly did your study abroad journey started? When was the first time you thought of that? Yes, this is something that I would really prefer to do in the future.
Yeah, sure. So actually I've started looking up for universities for the past 1.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I already had an admit in 2021. I was supposed to go back then.
Mm-hmm.
That time I applied myself to universities, but I was only looking at the not dream ones. I was just looking at the competitive universities.
Right.
I was not sure if I can write a good application for the dream
Right.
universities. So I had Duke MEM in mind. I did not apply that time.
Mm-hmm.
I had an admit after like everything was ready. I was skeptical if I should just compromise on the university and go ahead with that, or should I give it a try applying for the dream universities.
True.
So I dropped my plan after almost everything was finalized. I had my visa, everything ready back then, but I didn't go. So then I heard, like during the same time, I came to know about MiM-Essay.
Okay.
Then when I was digging more about this, then I came to know like MiM-Essay specifically focuses on your dream universities,
Right.
like the top 5 or either top 10, and I've seen students also get into that.
True.
So I thought, let me go ahead and try with MiM-Essay. I was not very sure back then, but once I took the service, then yeah, it all went well. Actually, Duke was my dream university. I
Right.
wanted to get in so badly, and I finally got an admit. Thanks
That's
to
great.
MiM-Essay. Yeah.
Very glad to hear that. And, thank you for choosing us to help you out in your journey. And I'm glad that we were able to make your dream come true. So, my first question is actually dedicated towards the same. How exactly has your experience been working with the MiM-Essay so far?
Yeah. So actually, I started my application during the second round.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I just had 5 days for my first round deadlines, and
True.
few universities were almost done with their final rounds. I mean
Right.
the top IVs and all. So I was really not sure if I can make it like into the university, but still I had a hope that okay, like I've seen the technical consultants and the counselor who was working on my application.
Right.
They were also trying to like give a proper application and the write-up done within time.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a very tight schedule. We didn't have much time, but
Right.
even in that short duration, they were able to give such a good application. That is, and whenever I had a concern, like at any time, if I had some concern, like the application, if I wanted some change in the write-up, or if I'm not satisfied with that, I used to get an immediate reply.
So we are open to
So
suggestions, Yeah, sometimes
yes,
some writers really connects with you in that part, and
yes,
somewhere you feel like, no, I want to have a change. And we are open to suggestions and doing whatever feels convenient for you in the process.
yes. That was the best part because the suggestion was constructive, and like they took the feedback and suggestions very constructively,
Right.
and it was immediately like taken care of. That is the best part.
That's
I'm
great.
really happy with that part of the service.
Really glad to hear that. So, there were a specific team that you mentioned about the coordinator. At the same time, there was this in-house counselor and your consultant who themselves have been
Yes.
to the similar process and they have catered to those countries' degrees in general. So, how exactly did they add value to your application?
Yeah. So my technical consultant, right? I initially was not sure. I had quite a few queries.
Mhm.
I just knew the course which I wanted to take,
Right.
but I'm not sure because even if you take engineering management, you can dive into several fields. There are a number of
Absolutely.
opportunities.
Right.
So I had a future goal in mind, but I
Mhm.
wasn't sure which path to take. I mean, like I wanted to become an entrepreneur, but I wasn't sure if I should become a consultant or a product manager
Right.
to do that. So such technical queries, right, even on the minute or minor level, I got the suggestions from my technical consultant whenever I had a query or like what is to be done, which path is good. I
Mhm.
had all the suggestions given to me. Yeah, so there I was able to decide on the tracks and courses which I'll be taking moving forward.
Great.
Yeah,
So
so it basically gave me the goal clarity and the process I need to go through. Yeah.
true. I mean, you talked about the process and your consultant coming and giving you basically
Yes.
suggestions and shortlisting of the universities. That is majorly covered in the very first call, that is known as the brainstorming call, to give
Yes.
you more insights. And then there are further
Yes.
other things as well, like the essay calls for those schools, the resources. So my next question is actually dedicated towards all of these services only. If I give you this
Yeah.
option that go ahead and choose one service out of all of them which were provided to you, which one would be your favorite, the one that you will pick and say that, yeah, I found this to be the most useful one? So which one would that be, and of course why?
Yeah, the shortlisting part, I was already clear on that, but like the consultant made me like finalize on that. I had few set
Right.
of universities list in my
Mhm.
mind, but I wasn't able to finalize on which university exactly I should
Yeah,
go ahead with.
true.
But my consultant gave me exact suggestions on what I'll be getting from which school.
Right.
So I was able to finalize on that. That I found it really helpful because when you are like investing your time into the course
Right.
to reach your goals, I think it should be the right university. Though,
Absolutely.
yeah, if that is not fitting into your career goal and all, it doesn't make sense, right? So I found that helpful.
That's great. And
Yeah.
any advice do you have to give to the people out there who are recently getting started with their study abroad journey, or maybe who are confused or skeptical whether they should go ahead and do the needful or not? So, based on the experience that you had working on your application, any specific tips and advice you have for them, and would you ask them to go ahead and try MIM-Essay for the same or not?
Yeah, so the suggestion I would be giving is please have enough time for your application. Don't
Right.
just rush through
Well said.
because in the last moment, few of the deadlines might already have been over, or
Right.
you'll not be in an open mind to incorporate the things which you wanted to jot down in your application. So having enough time is important. And
Right.
I would also definitely recommend them to look at the courses and then finalize the university, like shortlist the universities, not just randomly go ahead with the university ranking.
Yeah.
That's what I would suggest. And I would like this, I would strongly suggest them to go ahead with MIM-Essay because I found it very helpful. I didn't have enough time. I was very skeptical when I took up this, but I wasn't sure what was happening with my application as all the deadlines were over. I was
Right.
only left with round 2 and round 3.
Right.
But still, I was able to get my dream university thanks to MIM-Essay.
That's great. Thank you so
Yeah.
much once again for taking out your precious time. I really appreciate it. I know that people will be inspired through this, and they'll get to have more information about the doubts that they must be having. So, thank you and congratulations, and all the very best for your future endeavors. I'm pretty sure there are much bigger things that are yet to come into the plate for you. So, all the very best. I'm wishing you good luck, and once again, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.